to answer them for you. So again, my name is John Fox. I'm a meteorologist with the Weather Service here in Spokane, and I'll be doing the weekly briefing for the week ahead starting March 5th, or today, going through this Sunday. So what are we looking at weather-wise? Well, for this evening, we're looking at some snow showers continuing mainly over extreme eastern Washington and the Idaho Panhandle. They're not going to amount to a whole lot. We're not going to see a whole lot of widespread snow with that. For Tuesday and Wednesday then, we're looking at dry weather, and I'm going to show you why that dry weather is coming with a little bit of warming. This says that there'll be some rising river levels. That's actually going to be for, call it Thursday and Friday. I put that on the wrong part of the slide. For Wednesday night through Friday morning, though, that's when we get the next weather system moving in. It's going to be milder than recent storms, so the image I was showing of the snow blowing over the road is not really expected with this one. But we will see some snow, at least to start off with, for most locations, at least across the northern half of Washington and much of the Idaho Panhandle. And then by the time we get to the weekend, we're looking at dry and warmer weather on Saturday. Then looks like there could be a small chance of some rain or snow showers for Sunday. So let's start off just by looking at the satellite picture here, just because I like to talk about satellite pictures. And we have this little area of low pressure over Alberta with a little, we call this a trough or a little disturbance, which is right along the Washington-Idaho border. That's what's producing our showers right now. They're not very widespread showers, but there are some showers going on. The next feature then is this high pressure ridge, or this blue H, which is off the California coast right now. For the next couple days, that high pressure system is going to be moving toward the northeast, and it's going to give us relatively dry weather and some warming weather as well. We'll see how much sun we get with that. That's always a question this time of year, but certainly in the lee of the Cascades there'll be plenty of sunshine for the next couple days. And then really the main feature for the upcoming week will be this large low pressure system, which is centered just west of 140 degrees west. That system looks like it's going to be moving into the area by Wednesday, spreading some high clouds and mid clouds initially, and then some precipitation over the area by Wednesday night and into Thursday. So the main point of this talk is really going to be what's going to happen with that Wednesday night into Thursday system, and there'll even be some residual effects into Friday morning. And with it, initially it's going to bring a swath of precipitation in from the southwest. It very well could be a mix of rain and snow across the lower Columbia Basin, Palouse, and the Lewis and Clark Valley. But as you get farther north, it's going to start off as snow. Even in Spokane, there'll be snow sometime Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, but we don't expect it's going to accumulate much. So this isn't telling the whole story. This is just what we expect to accumulate. So I would expect most locations across the far northern Columbia Basin, eastern Columbia Basin, Spokane area, and points north to see mainly all snow beginning late Wednesday night or Thursday morning. Then it looks like the bulk of the snow is going to shift into far northern Washington and North Idaho during the morning and afternoon hours. And then by afternoon, temperatures will warm enough where we're looking at all rain in the valleys and snow in the mountains. So you can see we're penciling in about 1 to 2 inches of snow for these northern valleys, including Republic, Colville, Bonners Ferry. Even Spokane will get some snow, but we don't expect it to accumulate. So really, compared to what we've been seeing, this is not a big system, but really it's the main show for this upcoming week. We're talking snow levels initially on the ground for most locations, but rising to 3,500 feet by afternoon across far northern Washington and 4,500 feet or greater across the southern half of Washington and the southern Idaho Panhandle. From a precipitation standpoint, this is what we're looking at as far as totals go. And to put things in perspective, the heavy precipitation maker last week dropped well over an inch of precipitation across these northern valleys, where we saw about 1.5 feet of snow up near Republic and near Omak area. This system is nowhere close to that. Right now we're looking at the maximum precipitation amounts generally less than ½ an inch over North Idaho, far northeast Washington, and the central Idaho Panhandle. Most other locations will see significantly less than that. But with that warming weather and the rainfall forecast coming in, we do expect to see some rising rivers. The main location where we're looking for those rising rivers right now would be the Palouse River and also Hangman Creek. And at this point, neither are expected to hit flood stage. In fact, we'd be fairly surprised if they do. But if we get more precipitation than we're forecasting, or the temperatures get significantly warmer than we're forecasting, we could actually see those rivers get into action stage, which means there could be some very minor flooding near them. But that would probably be the main show from a hydrology perspective. This is just kind of looking at the snowpack. Given last week's cold weather and the wet weather that we saw, the snowpack looks really good across most of, well, all of the inland Northwest right now. Across far northern Washington, the Okanagan Basin is at 135% of the normal water in the snowpack right now, and over most of North Idaho and Northeast Washington, we're at 114%. So we're doing really well as far as the snowpack goes. In the Cascades, we're looking at conditions around normal. And with the wet weather, even Oregon has gotten much better conditions than what they were seeing last week at this time. So that's good news. I'm not too sure we're going to add a whole lot to that snowpack. We may melt a little bit, but we're still looking pretty good, at least for the next week looking forward. All right, as far as temperatures go, I know I showed that blowing snow and drifting snow image to start off the briefing, but really we're not looking at anything like that in the near future. As a matter of fact, if you look at these temperatures for Spokane, we're actually forecasting some 50-degree weather for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That would be just a little bit above normal for this time of year. In fact, we're looking at 3 to 4 days of above normal temperatures. The last time that has happened was well over a month ago. So that's kind of good news for people who are sick of the cold weather. We are getting warmer than normal. Same thing for Wenatchee as well. And really, if you look, the best chance of precipitation is that Thursday and Friday time period. For North Idaho, kind of the same story. Temperatures getting above normal by the time we get to the end of the week. These icons don't show that small chance of rain for Sunday, but I think we're going to add that into the forecast and maybe a little bit cloudier than what we're showing. For the Lewiston area, you're looking at temperatures near 60 degrees by the end of the week. So the question is, will those warmer than normal temperatures continue as we get into the middle part of March from the 12th through the 18th? We are looking at temperatures near normal, as you can see here in the left image, maybe on the western side of the state a little cooler than normal. But it looks like as we get into the middle of March, we're looking at wetter than normal conditions, so things are probably going to wet up a little bit compared to what we're going to see this week. So that is pretty much the weather in a nutshell. Not a whole lot to talk about, so I didn't talk about a whole lot, but I will open it up for questions at this point if anybody needs some more weather information. Nobody? You're well? Oh, I know. I can't make up weather and make it exciting. Pictures do that. So if I found a picture that was the worst case scenario and I said 3 to 6 inches for Spokane, that would have made it more exciting. But I can't. So, all right, very good. Exactly. Well, it is springtime, and our odds of getting a significant snowstorm in the Spokane area are really shrinking rapidly. So by the middle of March, our average high temperature is right around 50 degrees. So it gets tougher and tougher to do. You're welcome. You guys have a great day. Thank you. Bye now.